one drinking beer. I'm just water.
2 touchdowns a game?
Yes, in the game.
You're tripping.
How you high? No,
Greatest wide receiver of all time.
I don't know what we're doing in that front office, man.
Twiddling our fucking dick.
Ryan, I just need you to drink this.
Wide receiver trivia. That's what she said.
Her.
Fuck.
Her upset.
Are those crutches?
You can see Ryan's crutches.
What is going on, folks? Welcome back to your favorite show on the internet. This is After Further Review, episode 231. I'm your co-host, Jalen Brown.
I'm your favorite asshole, Malin Dennis.
I'm your other great co-host, Nestor.
And I'm your favorite guest co-host, Junebug Spade.
Gentlemen, we've got June back in the mix. Welcome back, formerly
Hey.
June. We were missing you. It's been a couple weeks. So
Oh, I know, man. Miss y'all too.
it's good
I
to have
thought
you
that
back.
I thought he was ducking us.
Hmm.
I don't think he'd been on the show since Kyrie got hurt.
I don't think so. Yeah.
God, you not feel that at all.
And what are you guys drinking?
Tequila.
Malibu.
Oh shit. Okay, this is gonna be fun. It's
uh.
gonna be me and you, June, in about 40 minutes.
Yeah. They're gonna be passed out over there.
Jalen never learns with his tequila, man.
There's some things I'm just always ignorant on.
Mm.
All right, folks. We are back in the saddle this week. We've got some NFL QB jump or slump that we're going to do, where we talk about quarterbacks in the NFL, a small list of quarterbacks that we think are going to either jump forward this upcoming season or take a slump backwards. We've got some news with the Stephon Diggs trade, or not trade, Stephon Diggs signing, the Russell Wilson signing. Going to read your comments in the second half with G Money, and then, of course, hit the ride or die in 5 to give you the best 5 picks in the NBA this weekend. So let's start off at the top. We're going to do NFL QB jump or slump. So we're going to go down a small list of quarterbacks that I thought were on the kind of the fence. A lot of younger quarterbacks, whether we think that this year they're going to spring forward or take a step back. However, June wanted to make an audit to this list this afternoon, and he wants...
June's outside his goddamn mind, but okay.
Hold on. You when you hear my take.
He wants
I'm ready for it.
Joe Burrow to be discussed. He thought Joe Shiesty needs to be on this list. So we will...
Can you just quickly name the other quarterbacks on the list real quick?
Yeah, to give some folks some context. Drake May,
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young, and Kyler Murray.
June put Joe Burrow on the same list as these people. Okay, let's hear it, June.
Oh, this is not an indictment against Joe Burrow at all. This is not it. This is not an indictment against Joe Burrow. But I do think, and one of the reasons I want to talk about this, because I wanted to talk about this last week, but I wasn't here. This was my sneaky way of getting it in. I want to talk about why the Bengals are going to keep Joe Burrow slumping.
That's terrible.
I talk about the Bengals organization will keep them back. Now, let me give you a couple of stats. Josh Allen been in the league since 2018. 180. He's been sacked 189 times, and he hasn't missed that many games over the years, right? Like, he's never missed a full season, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So Patrick Mahomes has been sacked 184 times. He's been in the league since 2018. Okay. Lamar Jackson, he's missed some time, but equivalent of a full season. So Lamar Jackson been sacked 192 times. Okay. Jalen Hurts has been in the league since 2020. He's been sacked 151 times. Again, a guy who has missed minimum time. Joe Burrow has been sacked 196 times since he's come into the league. Joe Burrow has also missed the equivalency of 2 full seasons in the NFL. Okay,
Didn't he come into
if
the
you
league
get
in 2020?
yeah, and he's missed the equivalency of 2 full seasons so far of the amount of games that he's missed. 190. He's leading the league since 2020. He's leading the league in sacks and the quarterback most sacked. Right, and then you go out and you sign. You look at the Bengals. The Bengals went out and signed 2 wide receivers to basically max contracts instead of signing offensive linemen. And oh, by the way, this so far in free agency this offseason, they have signed 0 offensive linemen. They've re-signed one of their own offensive linemen, but they have went out and re-signed 0 offensive linemen. So the reason why I wanted to talk about Joe Burrow, why they keep going 9-8. Last 2 seasons they've been 9-8. I know that Joe Burrow missed 23. He missed most of 23 with an injury. Team was 9-8. He came back last year, coming off an injury. Team was 9-8. But the problem is he still took a lot of sacks. And the Cincinnati Bengals aren't doing anything to fix this problem. That's why I don't think that Joe Burrow is going again for the 3rd season in a row. I don't see him taking his team forward anywhere, even with signing these 2 great receivers, which they're great receivers. But you know what? T. Higgins, a great receiver, but there's always number 2 receivers out there. I understand signing Jamar Chase. The T. Higgins signing probably shouldn't have happened unless you was going to sign multiple offensive linemen or they're going to draft multiple offensive linemen. So that's why I had him on. That's why I wanted to see him on this list to discuss. What do you guys think about the Bengals being the part that's holding him back from getting back to where he was just a few years ago? Without, they're not giving him any help. So
Well,
that's
I mean,
that's my take on it.
I will say that he still had MVP like numbers this last year.
Oh, yeah, he had
Before
4,300
his hurt.
yards. Yeah.
He still had MVP like numbers, but the issue with the Bengals has been the same issue with the Bengals that we all thought from the moment he was drafted and tore his ACL his rookie year. Can the Bengals actually take care of this guy? Will they take care of him? The Bengals have a history of just beating a quarterback, aka Carson Palmer. Whenever the Bengals are about to get over the hump in their own division, their quarterback always gets hurt. I will say, June, when you talk about quarterbacks that have been drafted in 2018 and they've been sacked 180 times, 150 times, and then you talk about Joe Burrow, who's been in the league for 5 years. He's missed the better part of 2 seasons, so that's 3 seasons, and he's been sacked 190 times. That's a lot of sacks. That's a lot of ass on top of you.
That's yeah.
I agree, man. I agree with you on the sense that the Bengals themselves might not ever get it together to get back to another Super Bowl. I just don't know that the organization is smart enough to do that. But I think Joe Burrow is good enough to win an MVP with the Bengals.
Yeah. Sure.
Especially with the offense that they put him around him. I mean, he might die before he wins an MVP. It'll be interesting. He is definitely one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. I know he's my mom's favorite quarterback in the league because she's an LSU Tiger fan. But I wish that he got drafted to another team because I just don't think the Bengals are going to take care of him. He's getting too beat up. So
yeah.
So with all that being said, do you guys think that he will be better than he was last season or worse?
I think it'll be the same. I think he'll put up 4,500 yards. I think he'll throw over 30 touchdowns. I think the Bengals will probably miss the playoffs, and he might not finish the year.
Right.
I don't think it's worse, but I think the same. I mean, what do you think, Jalen?
Yeah, I think he'll have probably a similar season to what he had last year, which this may sound odd, but in my opinion, I count that as like better. Like he's definitely not gonna. Well, I shouldn't speak so soon, but I don't think he'll be any worse. Um, yeah, I mean, as good as he is, he will have just as good of a season, if not better, next year.
The only way his season is worse is if he gets hurt early in the year. It's like the only way he's worse
Right.
is injury.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Um, so
Yeah.
Joe Cool, that's the guy.
Oh,
All right, let's talk
shiesty.
about the losers.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
And when I say that, I know they make a lot more money than I do to be losers. But
let's go over to Drizzy Drake May, my New England Patriots, quarterback of the future. Drake May, June. Is he jumping forward or slumping back?
The signing of Stephon Diggs. Even if the team doesn't jump that far forward, I think Drake May will jump forward. I think he's going to have a great sophomore season with the New England Patriots. Uh, I think the Patriots are going to continue to build around this kid. They like him. They obviously like the kid. I like the kid. I mean, um, so I think he's going to be fine this season, and he's going to take a step forward. They went out and they did something for him. They said, you know what, we got to get this guy some help. Let's go out and get him. Let's go out and get him a wide receiver, and they did. And I think he sees that. And if you're a young quarterback and you say, oh my God, my organization cares about me, because they went out and got me a veteran wide receiver that I can depend on. And I think that's when they're going to jump him forward, and he's going to go out there and he's going to put it all out there in the field. I don't know how much the Patriots are going to do, but I know that Drake May is going to be a good quarterback this next season.
I appreciate those kind words, Jim. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Malin,
I think he has the greatest chance of last year's rookie quarterback class to jump forward the most. I think it's going to be hard for Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix to necessarily do better than what they did last year. Like they had really good rookie years. Caleb Williams, I don't have a whole lot of faith in the Bears organization. I really don't. I know you're changing head coaches, like all this. They retool the offensive line, whatever. I like May. I liked where they were heading last year with him. I like the direction of the team going defense, but yet picking up offensive weapons. Let's not forget about Polk at wide receiver. I think he could be a very strong number 2 wide receiver in the NFL. I think with Stephon Diggs taking up one side of the field, I think it'd be great for Polk. I mean, I don't know that he'll be ready week 1. I think by the start of the season, he's only 10 months shy of, tearing his ACL. That's a big thing that, like, his first biggest injury he's ever had, you know what I mean? But I do like the upside of Drake May. Let me ask you this real quick, Jalen. Do the Patriots plan on firing their offensive coordinator and hiring a special teams and defensive coordinator to run the offense? Do they plan on doing that?
I don't think so.
Then I think he'll be all right. Because he kind of has a little bit of like a Mac Jones trajectory until you make a dumbass decision like that. So as long as they don't do that, I think it's going to be all right. I think the Patriots, it might take them a couple more years before they're like playoff relevant, but I like the quarterback. I think they might have their guy.
All right, Nestor.
Yeah, I agree. I think this move shows that they believe in Drake May, as they should. I think he's really talented, and I think Stephon Diggs is past his drama queen era, so I think he should do good. Hopefully. Well, hopefully not. Sorry.
Well,
But
you shouldn't say hopefully. You're a Miami fan. What do you do?
I mean,
Mhm.
You don't want the Patriots to be
I don't.
good.
I honestly, this is a weird take, but I just don't like. It is not a shitty division by any means, but I wouldn't like. I don't like divisions where there's only one good team, the other team is kind of mediocre, and then the other two teams are complete trash. I think that's bad for the sport. So I think
Mhm.
what the Patriots are doing going forward is pretty good. It's going to make the division better, um, and it's going to make us up our game. So I can only see good things from what they're doing um, for the team. So
Well, if that's your definition of trash, man, then the AFC East has been a trash division for a very long time. Because for 20 years, it was the Patriots and nobody
come on,
else.
man.
Mm. Mm. Speak on it.
Uh, yeah, I of course gonna echo what you guys were saying. The fact that we've got the coaching staff seems to be like pretty sound now. That's the best part of all this. Getting Mike Vrabel as head coach, bring back Josh McDaniels. We know we've got a proven
Mhm.
offensive coordinator. I think he's gonna work really well with Drake May. Getting him some more weapons. Hopefully, we kind of buff up the O line in the draft. Uh, yeah, I think he is set to have a better season than when he had last year. That's all this really comes down to for me. So it's got a lot more support this year.
Where do the Patriots draft
We are
this year?
4 or 5.
Mm.
We're up
You
there.
want to know who man, if they don't trade back, they need to get that kid out of Boise State, man. They need to get that running back. Judy, is that his name?
Genty. Genty.
Genty. Yeah, they need to get
Yeah,
Genty.
Genty.
That man is going
Yeah.
to be a beast. I believe it. I feel it in my heart that he's going to be a great NFL running back. They get
I
him.
think so.
They get him. Oh, shit.
Cool.
Miami might be the fourth best team.
We're number
They
4.
already got passed after Justin Fields.
Number 4 pick.
Right.
Okay. I would look for them to trade back, but if they don't, man, get a playmaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we are gonna keep that pick,
Yeah.
I agree. We got to make a splash, not just get
Or Travis
trenches.
Hunter, man. Travis Hunter could be a guy. I just don't know. My thing with Travis Hunter, I don't know if he's going to play offense and defense.
I know.
He's not going to be there.
Is he just going to be one or the other? If he's only going to play one side of the ball, I think his draft stock is severely limited.
Right.
But I don't know. Patriots in a good
I
spot.
don't know if he's going to be there. I don't know if he's going to be there though.
You got your
No.
favorite. You got your franchise quarterback coming off his rookie year, and you got a top 5 pick to make the team a lot better. Good deal.
Let's do this.
All right, let's get to Caleb Williams. I know we mentioned him briefly a second ago. By the way, G Money does agree with us. He said Drake May jumps forward. Anyway, Caleb Williams, go ahead, June.
So it's going to come down to what Ben Johnson can do with this kid. Ben Johnson, the hot young coach, he was the most wanted coach out of all the coaches out there this season, and it's going to come down to what he can do with this kid. I know one of our cohorts here has no love for Caleb Williams, but I still think Caleb Williams is a
Wonder
good
who it could be.
quarterback. Okay, I think the kid is a good quarterback, and so for me, uh, you know, I know he's got a new offensive coordinator. He's going to come in. He had a different team. But for me, with Ben Johnson coming in, I think Ben Johnson is really going to work with Caleb Williams. I think he's going to work him hard. I think he's going to give him that thing that Caleb Williams said he wanted, that hard working type quarterback. Because if you watch some of the games last year, that kid showed some flashes of brilliance last year. Even in that Washington game when they lost, that kid showed what he could do. I mean, him and Jay Daniels, they went toe to toe. That was just a great pass at the end. You can't, Jay did, but in the end, I think Caleb Williams was the better quarterback in that head-to-head matchup. But I think he's going to take a step forward with Ben Johnson. I think Ben Johnson is the coach he needed, and I think he's gonna step forward. Like I said again, like the Patriots, I don't know if the team's gonna take a step forward, but I know individually the coach is going to take a step forward. I think the quarterback is.
June, I don't mean to. You say toe to toe in that game. The score was 18-15. That was the final score.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. But that's what I'm saying is, they he held his own.
All right, fair enough. Go ahead, Malin.
I mean, the bar's pretty low, right? Like he had a pretty bad rookie season. Like he didn't throw a lot of interceptions, but he didn't play a lot of good football either. And the team was bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if the team's going to be good or not. I always think it's a little bit weird when a coordinator takes a head coaching job within the same division. Now all of a sudden you love a team that you hated. The Detroit Lions schemed the shit out of the Chicago Bears, so I think he knows like what his weaknesses are, his deficiencies. Listen, I think Caleb Williams is going to be a really good quarterback in the NFL. I think naturally with an offensive mind like that, if Adunze stays healthy, Keenan Allen stays healthy. I mean, they got some wide receivers of Robinson there. I think Swift is still the running back. They got a whole new offensive line. They spent all their money on the offensive line. So they put all this emphasis on offense. Yeah, I think the offense will be better. I don't think the team will be a whole lot better, but I think he'll get better. But I look at him, Jalen, and I think Cam Newton a lot. I think I feel like we're always going to be talking about how great he plays in losses and the flash of how great he can be. And there might be one really great season that he has where he wins an MVP or something like that. But I think there's a little bit too much of a me factor with him after watching him in the Pac-12. I don't see a leader that I like to see in a quarterback, and people are going to flame me for that. Oh, you don't think, he can be a leader just because he's black, just because I'm white. No, man, fuck you. Like, that's not what I'm saying. There's plenty of great leaders out there. Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, they've won back-to-back Super Bowls, those two. Great leaders. This man lost to the University of Washington in college and ran up into the stands and cried in his mom's arms. I just don't see a lot of tough skin with that. You know what I mean? Like that image of him bawling in his mom's arms the year after he won the Heisman, and he's just crying in his mom. I'm like, man, you need to be with your boys. You need to be with your team. You need to that's not a leader to me. So that concerns me a little bit. I think statistically he'll be better. He is smart with the football. So I think he'll have a better year just because his first year was so lackluster. There was a lot of lofty expectations with him. And I think we're going into year 2 with less expectations. So I think he'll exceed those.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, Nestor.
I think we saw some great. I'll say jump, just because I think we saw some great flashes of what he could be in a year or two. Especially when he was connecting with guys like Cole Kmet. He's got a great arm, smart, he's talented. So I don't see why he can't make a push forward, except it's the Bears. So, like Malin said, the bar is low. Given who he is, I feel like there should obviously be a jump. I'd be surprised if there was a slump with this man, even if it's the Chicago Bears. I feel like he's talented enough where we should see something more from him this season, regardless of what we see with the Bears.
You want to know how bad Bears quarterback play is, Jalen? Would it surprise you to know that they have never had a quarterback throw for 30 touchdowns?
No, that's true.
Not even.
I think they're the only franchise in the NFL to not have a quarterback throw for 30 touchdowns.
Right.
Eric Kramer back in 1994 threw for 29. And that's the most the Bears have ever had. You have no idea who Eric Kramer is. I know. I remember Eric Kramer. He's easily forgettable even for June and I. Um,
I know Kramer from
So-
Seinfeld in the 90s.
so yeah, oh man, if that he might have been an improvement. So when you think about quarterback play for the Bears, like Nestor's right. I mean, Butler is kind of known as the most talented
Yeah.
Right.
Bears quarterback.
Mhm.
I mean, I know they had some way back in the days of black and white television. Some quarterbacks there, but yeah, that's Bears QBs. God help them.
Indiana and LA are playing right now, and Halliburton is about
Yeah,
to
Indiana just took the lead.
Yeah. Halliburton's got
The Lakers had a
crazy
6-point
angle.
lead. They had a 6-point lead, and they let them get like an easy layup, and then they fumble it again. What the fuck is going? We got G Money's tired of us talking.
He heard Kramer.
Money's
He heard
like-
Eric Kramer and said, "Hold up." G Money was good.
Man, the Bears don't believe in quarterbacks. They don't.
No.
They believe in defense and running the ball, and that's been since the '60s. That hasn't changed, and they haven't had. I mean, you can look around and name me the last 7 quarterbacks the Bears have had, and it's like, yeah, okay, I don't think I can. Don't quite know who they all are, and really nobody cares. Rex Grossman.
I mean, I can give you 4 out of the last 7. They're gonna give you 4 out of the 7. I think you can go Williams, Fields, Trubisky, and then I know that I just said his goddamn name.
Eric Kramer.
No, not Eric Kramer. I just said who's regarded as most talented, but he's a little bitch. Fuck, he was with the Broncos.
Jay
Jay
Cutler,
Jay
yeah.
Cutler.
Jay
I know
Cutler.
I'm missing 3, but
Who
the fact that I
was
give you
probably
4
the
out of
most.
7. The fact I give you 4 out of 7 isn't
To
bad.
say, I mean, it's like it's because they're bad. I mean, even when they traded for a good quarterback, they still couldn't really do anything. It's just the whole mindset of, which is fine with me. I mean, Chicago is just an SNL skit.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bulls.
Let's move on. Another former Bear, Justin Fields, now quarterback in the Jets. June, is Justin Fields jumping ahead or slumping back?
He's slumping back. It's not even.
June.
No, I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't care how
Do not stand for Jay.
what he did in
Last name.
Pittsburgh. There's no way in the hell
He just won
that
it.
he's going to be successful. He's not going to be successful in the Jet with the Jets. The Jets are horrible. They will not build a team. They will not build. They refuse to build a team. Okay. They refuse to get great coaching, and they refuse to build a team with the Jets. And I don't even know what to say about them.
Hold on. Hold on, June. Hold on. Did they do it?
What's
Did he
going
get that off? Can we
What
see
happened?
it?
That looked
What happened?
He
good.
did.
That looked good. Well, I
Can
don't
we
know.
get a replay?
That looked really good.
Oh my god.
Yep, he got it off
He
in
shot
time.
it.
He just slept that entire
LeBron
fucking
James.
game. He
LeBron
slept-
James just
hey,
tipped
yeah.
in game winners in Indiana.
LeBron James.
It's before the red light. Yeah, before the red light.
Yeah,
He stayed talking trash to the refs.
Oh,
He's like, I won, but I want to let you know, refs, y'all.
Yeah,
ass.
he's like fucking 13-point bitch.
I love this
go.
dude. How can you hate on this man?
Yeah, that's good.
I'm sorry, Gene. I'm
Something
sorry. I saw that happen live, man, and I was like, it happened so fast. I didn't know if he got it off in time.
Look at
Wow.
hopes and dreams just crashing down.
God.
This kid.
Come on, Indiana. In big games, we know what Indiana does.
Indiana's going, shit.
So LeBron just rubbed his balls all over his fucking
Ugh.
Indianapolis.
You
All
continue.
right,
What
sorry,
about
we
Justin
got
Fields?
struck at LeBron.
No. I would just
How
no,
about-
no. That's fine. I would just no. The whole thing was I was saying the Jets right now aren't a good organization. You're bringing this kid in. This kid is not going. He's going to the same situation that he was with the Chicago Bears. It isn't changing for him. And I think he's going to have a bad season just because he's going to sit back and realize, like, damn, I changed the color brown to the color green, but I'm back in brown again. He's not, and the Jets are not getting an upgraded quarterback because you haven't upgraded anything else on your team. So, long story short, no, this is definitely a slump. And I don't even know if Justin Fields is going to be the starter by the end of the season next year.
Well,
Go
who's
ahead.
going to supplant him?
Go ahead,
Would
man.
be my question. I mean, I don't know. He went what 4-2 as a starter. I mean, I
He went 3-2.
3-2. Okay. I mean,
Mike White, that's a starter.
he's got. Okay, let's not go back with the great white hype there.
But he was young.
I don't.
I have no idea.
They got some talent on offense
Taiwan
still.
Tigers.
Devontae Adams was not that big of a difference maker for the Jets. You still got Garrett Wilson. You still got Hall. I mean, he'll have the opportunity. I don't think they'll pull the rug out from under him after like 5 or 6 games. It'd be a bitch move to do a push on this. So I'm going to go ahead and say he'll have a better year than he did last year, just because I think he's going to have more of an opportunity. I think he'll have more of an opportunity. I think he'll be the starter for the whole year probably. So I hope he does good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go just real quick here. I agree. I think he will be better than he was last year. If he would have gotten a full year last year, I think people would have been like, okay, yeah, he looks like a solid quarterback, something that we couldn't seem to figure out when he was in Chicago because he was just so all over the place. But I feel like in New York, where they're desperate for just consistent quarterback play with no drama, I feel like he will be just fine. So, sorry, June. Go ahead, Nestor.
I like. Who's the kid that was running behind Brees Hall? Young, strong dude, short, super strong, fast as hell too. I like their running game. I think his name is Braylon or something. I love their running game, and I feel like Justin Fields adds something that obviously Aaron Rodgers is like a statue back there. So they're gonna be much more mobile. They're gonna be. I feel like he's gonna definitely make a jump. We saw some good things from him on the Steelers, so he's only gonna progress forward. His game has only gotten better. I mean, he's got more experience now, and he's not at the Bears. I mean, the Jets are bad. Yeah, they're bad, but I feel like they've done some moves to get much better than they were a few years ago. So I'm optimistic about how he's going to do this season.
It's funny because both teams suffer from the same quarterback problem, but go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
No, man, he's hot trash. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. If he were any good, if he had been improving on the Steelers, Tomlin would have kept him at quarterback. In 5 games, he threw 5 touchdowns and 1 pick. The fuck, 5 games? You threw 5 touchdowns. That's a touchdown a game. I mean, no, he's not. He is, what you see is what you get. That's it. Will he be the Jets starting quarterback? Yeah, unless they draft Shedeur Sanders, or because there's a high likelihood they end up taking a quarterback in the first round, even if they reach, because that's what they do. If Shedeur Sanders is gone, and obviously Cam Ward's going to be gone in the first. I mean, if Tennessee doesn't take him, or now here's the caveat of that is if Tennessee trades that pick to the Jets for the next 5 first-round picks, they'll take Cam Ward, and Cam Ward will be the quarterback within probably 3 weeks because they'll realize that Justin Fields isn't even a good bridge quarterback.
If they get
The
Cam
man
Ward,
is like,
Cam Ward will be the starting quarterback before he walks on stage.
yeah. So I mean, I'm just not. I mean, I've seen Justin Field, and yeah, he was with a crappy Bears team that doesn't know what they're doing and didn't know what they were doing, but he went to a Steelers team that did know what they were doing, and yeah, he just did not produce. If he had produced, Russ would have still been on the bench. They wouldn't have brought Russ in. He would have been sitting down there thinking, well, at least I'm getting $38 million. Can't complain about that.
Well, the only weird thing about the whole Justin Fields Russell Wilson thing is that was a weird year even for Russell Wilson. I just don't know. Like, I know that Steelers defense plays really great, but that offense just felt clunky the whole year. Russell Wilson was under 60% completion percentage for most of the time he was starting quarterback for the Steelers. And you and I both know, G Money, that like that's not Russell Wilson-esque type of football. That offense just seems like it was Pickens or bust, and Najee Harris was hit or miss. Like the offense just felt weird last year. Like there was a point where people thought that the Steelers were going to go back to Justin Fields because Russell Wilson wasn't even playing that great. It's only fitting that now they're both going to be the quarterbacks for two New York teams, but I digress. Who else we got?
All right, let's move on. Let's pick up the pace here a bit. We've got three more quarterbacks to hit.
Damn.
So we've got Trevor Lawrence up in Jacksonville next. I'm just going to slump. That nigga's trash. All right, go ahead, Jim.
I agree with
Hey,
you.
so yeah, I agree. I think he's got a new system coming in now. Liam Cohen is a good offense. Look what he's done with Baker Mayfield in Tampa before he moves over to Jacksonville. But I think I think that I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to pick up the offense as fast as Baker Mayfield did when he got to Tampa. I think he's going to struggle with this new offense. Now, Liam Cohen may just rely on the running game a lot, and he may say, hey, we're going to lean on the running game to take the pressure off of Trevor Lawrence. But if he try to rely on Trevor Lawrence too much, you're just going to see this guy fold. So I think it's going to be a slump.
Mainly.
Who's starting wide receiver for Jacksonville?
The GOAT.
I couldn't tell you.
If we have to think that hard about it, they don't have one.
Starting wide receiver.
Like they don't have
Brian
a
Thomas
true number
Jr.
one. Yeah, they don't have a true number one. This guy was he was successful in Tampa with Baker Mayfield because he had Godwin and Evans, man. The Trevor Lawrence, no, he's not gonna be better. Might be the same, but I'm gonna go worse. I don't know if he's a product of just crappy coaching. Urban Meyer was too busy grinding on chicks, and Doug Peterson just kept falling asleep dreaming about Super Bowl when he had. So I don't know. I just think he's gonna be worse. Poor Sunshine, man. Your best days were college. Shit.
What did I do?
G Money.
I think he's going to get better. And here's the reason. People forget he's coming off an AC joint injury. I mean, people look at his stats and, well, he was shit. Well, yeah, he had a bloody injury. You try throwing a ball with an AC joint injury, you tell me, how well you do. So, no, I really think, and as far as coaching goes, he had Urban Meyer, who was, not like to celebrate Ohio State wins because Jacksonville didn't have any. And then Doug Peterson, who was basically just checked out. Pretty sure he was doing a lot of fishing up there in Duval County. Because he wasn't coaching. But no, I think he'll have a bounce back year. He's healthy. And Brian Thomas Jr. wasn't he? I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. had almost 1,300 yards, wasn't he? Was he rookie for offensive rookie of the year, I'd have to look that up. I don't pay a lot of attention to that because Seahawks aren't involved. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm pretty sure he was like one of the top 5 wide receivers in the league. And when you figure that Trevor Lawrence was injured, no, he's got a legit number one wide receiver. May not have anything else, but he's got a legit number one wide receiver. And if he's healthy,
Yeah.
if he can pick up the system, yeah, he'll have a bounce back here anyway, as long as he's healthy.
The best thing the Jaguars have is a good throwback jersey.
We got that going for him.
All
All right,
all they
let's
got.
get to Bryce Young here. Go ahead, June.
Yeah.
Oh, who you got? What did you say?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
You said me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so yeah, I think for what the Panthers are and for what they're doing, I mean, he improved last year, and if they keep adding pieces, you may see because I remember, you guys remember when they took that kid out? Remember they took him out the game and they said that they were going to get rid of him, and they sat him down on the bench, and then they had to come back to him, and he actually played decent, not great, actually played pretty decent. So I think he's not going to be a major jump, but it's going to be a jump for him. I think the team is still going to be shitty, but I think Bryce Young is going to have a pretty decent season. So.
Okay, well said.
I don't know, man. You're talking about an organization that got rid of Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield and drafted Bryce Young. And he ain't done a goddamn thing. He'll have a better year only for the fact that he probably doesn't get benched for half the year. They'll probably give him a full season again. But he's got to go someplace else for him to realize that. I just don't think the Panthers are that organization that can foster a young quarterback. So yeah, maybe a whole kind of field thing. Get the whole year, maybe it'll be a little bit better.
Right.
Go ahead, Nestor.
God damn, Porzingis! What the fuck?
The only thing is, I don't know if they've made enough changes to kind of supplement Bryce Young's slight improvement. He looks like he's gonna get better, but it just, like Malin said, I feel like he's gonna be better on a different team eventually. So there'll be, I'll go with there's gonna be a jump, but very slightly. And that's just because the organization is hot trash, but unfortunately, so yeah.
Sorry, the Celtics are
I will
just
totally agree with all of
crazy right
that.
now.
But
Yeah,
a slight bounce, but that's about it.
yeah, I agree. Just by default, assuming he doesn't get benched for half the year again,
Right.
he
Right.
should look better than what we got to see last year. So, yeah. Let's move on to, I think it's just Kyler Murray at this point. Yeah. Go ahead,
Yep.
June.
So this may be it's kind of one of those weird situations with the whole Kyler Murray thing, and because they did lose their offensive coordinator and their line coach to the Cowboys,
Oh my!
and so that guy is the guy who really uh, architect their change in their offensive line and their running ability with James Conner. They talked about him a lot. One of the reasons why the Cowboys really wanted him uh, is because of his ability to affect the run game. So I think that we're going to see a slight drop in his play this season, just because he's going to lose his offensive coordinator, and it's going to change up a little bit, and that's the only reason why I say that. I think if they had his offensive coordinator still there, I think I could say that he would have a jump. But losing offensive coordinator, losing your line coach, losing your running game coordinator, because that guy did all three positions, I think it's going to hurt just a little bit. So
Go ahead, Malin.
I mean, I forgot he was in the league still. So the fact that he's still there, I guess he's got to go up. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. was a second year. James Conner is still cancer free. I don't know. But yeah, I forgot he was back. I don't give a shit about the Cardinals. Forgot he was there. So if he can make me remember that he's still in the league, then yeah, I guess that's a good jump for him. I don't know.
Nestor.
For real?
Kyler Murray.
If you say who we talking.
If he stays healthy, is gonna be another jump. Who's their the new kid wide receiver?
Marvin Harrison.
He was good last year.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
I feel like
Marvin
he's only
Harrison
gonna build
Jr.
on top of that. I don't know. I like what I saw from Kyler Murray. They won some games they shouldn't. I feel like they shouldn't have won, and it was a lot to do in part with him, and Marvin Harrison. So I see a jump for him this season if he doesn't get hurt.
This one's is kind of tough for me, but if I have to default to one, I'm kind of thinking Slump, to be honest. A, his health. B, that division is it's pretty rough. Even with San Francisco kind of weakening, it's like Seattle's defense is still improving. The Rams look even better now. And it's like, I don't know. He's just one of those dudes in the first. I'm going to say Slump, and they didn't really add any big names. Like, has anybody seen the Cardinals signing anybody or trading for anybody this offseason? Nothing.
Did he win a Heisman? Was he a Heisman winner?
At Oklahoma?
Yeah, did he win it after Baker Mayfield?
Baker, yeah. Was that his same?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Kyler Murray won the
He
Heisman.
did. I don't know, man. I just think his NFL career has just been disappointment. A lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
I just don't see it getting any better. I don't know. What do you think, G-Money?
In the words of a former Cardinal coach, he is what we thought he was. Yeah, he's not going to get any better. Understand this. He's going into his 8th season.
Jesus Christ.
I had to look that up because I didn't know. I was like,
oh my God.
What's he, like 3-4 years? No, this is his 8th season he's going into.
Oh, God.
And he's going to have, I'm going to tell you this right now. Coming season, he's going to have probably 2 or 3 games where you're going to watch him and you're going to go like, holy shit, why aren't they winning more games? Because he's probably going to run for like 130 yards, 140 yards, throw for like 300, and you're going to go, man, yeah. And then he's going to just disappear at times, or he's going to throw the ball up trying to make something happen, and it's going to be an interception. He's just not that. He's not consistent, first of all. And he's just not that good. And so I don't see him improving any. He's just where he's going to be. Right. Chances are he's going to have a slump, but he's just not that good. And he's had great wide receivers. I mean, it's not like he's had crap wide receivers. I mean, they went out and traded for players. You know, they've done everything they could to put talent around him. And he really hasn't gotten...
He played with Fitzgerald, didn't he?
Yes, he played with Fitzgerald. He played with D-Hop. When D-Hop was good.
Yeah, his last season.
Interesting.
I mean... No. That man is exactly where he's going to be.
And he's also not a leader. He's not a leader. He's a sulky bitch on the sideline when things aren't going.
You know what? You should be on his Call of Duty team, buddy. Let me tell you about being a leader there.
You can lead a Call of Duty squad, I'll tell you that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Kyler Murray is the quarterback in the NFL is the equivalent of that one guy that runs in to get a fucking loadout without checking us around and gets down and bitches at everybody for not picking him up. That's Kyler Murray in a nutshell.
All right. Let's transition into the news here. We're going to try and do some rapid fire news. We've only got three things
There
here.
you
We're going to start with the Stephon Diggs signing. Patriots signed him to 3 years, 69 million, with 26 million in guarantees. Uh, I'll start here. I was very happy with this. If you couldn't tell by the video on TikTok or Instagram, very very
Yeah.
happy. I know we paid him. Yeah, I mean, it seems like we paid him a lot, but when you look at what wide receivers are getting paid now, it's really not all that much in comparison. Like,
Yeah.
unfortunately, wide receivers are just becoming more and more expensive. Which, I mean, Jesus, everything's more and more expensive. But anyway, we had the cap space. We had a lot of money to spend, so I had no issues with us paying, the going rate for a wide receiver. Hopefully, he stays injury free. That's the big thing. I love the fact that we do have a Mike Vrabel. If Gerard Mayo was still here and we had him, I don't think that would go well. But with
Right.
Vrabel, McDaniels, these are very experienced, coaches. Vrabel obviously was a player. I think that he'll be able to kind of keep the locker room, keep Stephon Diggs within the reins, and hold everything down.
Mhm.
So I'm happy with it. I think it's great to have a veteran receiver. He's the kind of guy that we've been missing. Like, we got a lot of younger guys on the offensive side of the ball. Good to have a veteran presence who is as talented as he is. So happy with the signing.
I don't mind the money. I know he's getting what 23 million a year. I think he has a good chance of having a better year than DK Metcalf, which could get 30 million a year.
Yeah.
So you get him 7 million cheaper. I think that's on par with like an AJ Brown with the Eagles.
Yep.
Even a little bit less than that. I think he'll have a year like that. It's not terrible. I mean, it's not great after an ACL injury, but it's not bad. The I just worry about the injury part of it a little bit, but I think it's a good signing for y'all. Like I said, you need a playmaker.
Mhm.
You needed one.
Mhm.
So I tell you what, I'm excited about them Patriots Bills games. I think those will be fun.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
That
He's gonna be
Mhm.
red.
There's going to be a primetime Patriots Bills game within the first like 6 weeks of the season, probably between like
Mhm.
week 4 and 8. Let Diggs be healthy, and we're going to send him back to Buffalo, and we're going to have a primetime Sunday night matchup. You know the NFL is going to do some shit like that.
Mhm.
So that'd be nice.
Yeah.
No, good for the Patriots for being able to lure somebody like a Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
That you didn't drastically overpay for. I think you overpaid for him a little bit given his injury. But you didn't drastically overpay for him.
Yeah.
And that's a sign of a good organization. One going forward when you can get a signing like that. I know the Seahawks were like that when they got like G Money when they got Sidney Rice back in the day. Like we weren't there yet, but we got a Sidney Rice. A couple years later, bam. So I like that for the Patriots.
Yeah. Because last time I couldn't tell you last time we got a big name like this. So.
Oh, that was Randy Moss. That was the last time we got a wide receiver.
Didn't you have to trade for him though?
Yeah, traded for him. They didn't sign him in free agency.
All right, let's go on to the Russell Wilson signing, where New York picked him up. The Giants picked him up 1 year, $21 million with 10.5 guaranteed. What do you guys think about this, June? What do you think about this in your division now?
What you know who I feel sorry for in this whole scenario?
Yeah, Prescott.
Brian Dable. Brian Dable is a pretty decent coach. I mean, that first year he had them, he took them to the playoffs. They beat Minnesota, which, I mean, hell, Kirk Cousins still ain't won a damn playoff game. But he did, and they still haven't given this guy. They haven't given this guy anything. He hasn't beat the Cowboys yet. I think he beat the Eagles once. But they haven't given the guy anything. I'm like, just let the guy go. If you're not going to give him a team, after he took a shitty team to the playoffs and won a playoff game, which nobody thought he would do, then you just take Saquon Barkley away. And then you sign Danny Dimes for all this money. Then you end up cutting him. What the hell is going on in New York? And now you come back and you think Russell Wilson is your damn savior? You signing Russell Wilson for what reason? What is the reason? Tell me what's the reason you're signing Russell Wilson? Unless you're drafting Shador Sanders and Russell Wilson could be his mentor, that's the only damn that's what I'm saying. So that's the only reason why you was doing it. Why would you sign Russell Wilson? It's stupid. It makes no sense.
Oh, June.
It's a bad signing. Sorry, I'm
They
sorry.
are the Giants
I'm
not
sorry.
going to
It's a
quarterback.
bad signing.
The Giants are not going to draft a quarterback.
It's a bad
Dude, I
signing.
get your feeling and everything you're saying about the organization because you talked very little about Russell Wilson. You talked a lot about the Giants. I think Russell Wilson. First of all, let's just go ahead and get rid of it, people. Cowboys have the 5th best quarterback.
No, shut up. No, they don't.
And he's the only starting. Dak is the only starting quarterback in the NFC East that has not gone to a conference championship game. The only one.
That's not true.
The only one. It's true. Jaden Daniels went to one. Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson won the Super Bowl. This man ain't stepped past the divisional round. I think the Giants are going to be better than the Cowboys this year. I think the Cowboys are going to be number 4 in the division. Fuck
I
that
bet you $100. I bet you $100. $100 that it's not gonna.
The Cowboys kissed my ass. The giant ass, big ass D. They took a big D from most people last year. Is what happened with the Cowboys. But I do think that Russell Wilson is going to have a good enough year where like the Giants are going to be in contention at some point, but they're not going to make the playoffs. But it wouldn't surprise me if they're like they could jump out and be like 4-2 or 5-2 or something like that, or 5-3, and people are like, oh, maybe the Giants, and then it ends up crashing on them because the team isn't uber talented. Thibodeau on defense, good. Neighbors, good. You don't got a running back because you decided to pay Vanilla Vic and not Saquon Barkley. That was a miss. I don't think they were high on Shador Sanders, and I think they knew they weren't going to get a quarterback. So I think they're just going to draft the most talented person that they can, and I think that's the best move the Giants can make. Don't reach for a quarterback if the quarterback is really don't do another Vanilla Vic draft. You know what I mean? Like don't draft a quarterback just for the sake of drafting a quarterback. So if you don't think that one of those quarterbacks is going to be there, and don't waste a pick on it, don't overreach, sign a Russell Wilson. Get another impact guy. Has to buck another year. So I think it's good for them. I think it's good for Russell Wilson. That's where he wanted to be all the time. Remember, Gary, there was talks about him back in 2016, 2017, wanted to go to the Giants. I mean, he finally got Sierra got her wish. Sierra wants his ass on the Giants for so goddamn long. It finally happened.
I mean, he was out in the Netherlands of Colorado, and then they sent him to that shit town Pittsburgh. I mean, really, there's fucking nothing in Pittsburgh. It's absolutely nothing in Pittsburgh. I have friends that live there.
Cold.
It's It's like Buffalo and Cleveland. Nothing fucking there. If they had no sports teams, I mean, the steel industry has collapsed. I don't care about how many tariffs you put on shit. That steel industry ain't coming back.
He finally got where Sierra wanted him to go. So
he did. He's in New York.
Yeah,
and
I think it's a good patch.
Is it a good thing for the Giants?
Fix.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a 1-year fix.
I mean, at least they have a quarterback who has actually done something. I mean, they haven't had that. But
I mean, June says that Brian Daboll was never given anything, but
wait, hold on. What were you saying, Jalen?
June says that Daboll was never given anything, but they've had Malik Neighbors, Saquon Barkley, Thibodeau. They had the MVP dark horse and Daniel Jones.
Neighbors with Russell Wilson. not gonna be
Bro,
bad.
they took it
Not a
away
bad
from him.
idea.
I mean, come on. They had Daniel
Hey.
Jones.
Almost
And,
MVP.
He was almost there.
and that's what got Daniel Jones that extension was the fact that Dable took them to the playoffs and they won that playoff game. And Daniel Jones played well, and everybody thought, oh, okay, breakout season. He's going to be good. He's going to be our starting, and he didn't. I mean, it was like he hit the pinnacle, and then that was it. It was the downslope after that, because he didn't get better, and he didn't even stay the same. He got worse.
I will say this about the Giants, though. I do not blame the Giants for not re-signing Saquon Barkley. I do not, because the Eagles were the perfect team to get him, right? Like, if the Giants paid Saquon Barkley all that money, where are the Giants going?
Right.
You know, like, they didn't have the team around him. They can't afford to be spending all that money on a running back. Is the missing piece when you got a lot of missing pieces. So I don't blame them for not re-signing them. I just think they were stupid re-signing Daniel Jones to all that money. But I don't think the Giants would be. I don't think the Giants would have been a playoff contender with Saquon Barkley last year. So I don't hate them for not signing him. It just kind of sucks for them that he went to a division rival and won the Super Bowl. That makes you look really stupid, especially when the GM's son is telling you nobody wants to be on Hard Knocks anymore because the GM's son just I don't know, man. That was great. That's so good. But yeah, I think Russell Wilson's gonna have a good year. I'm actually rooting for him to have a good year. I'm
It's gonna
hoping.
be a weird,
I'm hoping he does.
weird
But
year.
you know who's not rooting for him to have a good year?
You.
Me.
I mean, I don't know. You look at it all, and the Giants have the same issue that they had last year and the year before. Their O line isn't good. So, and Russell is a year older. And, I mean, he got sacked 33 times last year with Pittsburgh. He can't, one of the things that made Russell was his ability to maneuver outside the pocket and hit that open receiver. He can't do that as well as he used to. He still has the best deep ball that I have ever seen. I mean, just the best. But
you guys want to know what I'm looking forward to? I want to know what his tagline is going to be. I want to know what he says at the end of every interview. What's it going to be? Because with the Seahawks, it was Go Hawks. With the Broncos, it was Let Ride. I forget what it was with the Steelers, but it was something stupid. Something like Let's Build or something. I don't know. Something stupid. I want to know what he does with New York.
Oh, God.
Because he's already thinking about it. He already is looking he's looking in the mirror right now with Sierra sitting on the toilet taking a shit. Just going over what he could possibly say at the end of every interview.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I love it.
I'm gonna tell you this. The thing that's gonna be the downfall for Russell Wilson this year, Russell Wilson has never played in a media market like New York.
June, his wife is Sierra. He'll be okay.
This is not preying on his downfall.
No. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not praying on Devo.
Still got Sierra. That girl's made more comebacks after
having kids
than he has comeback wins, man. I'm telling you that girl.
Oh Lord.
That girl can just pump out a child and just look the same after 15 days. That's fucking wild.
All right, let's move on to the last story.
And on that note,
NBA news: Damian Lillard is going to be out indefinitely with a blood clot in his calf. Not good for the Bucks. Obviously, not good for him.
That's it for them.
It from what everything sounds like, it seems like it should just kind of be a one-off thing, and that he'll be back sooner rather than later. Doesn't seem to be as serious as the Wembanyama blood clot thing, but we should see him back this season. So, any thoughts on Dame Lillard missing kind of an extended period of time here?
Well, I mean, I don't think the Bucks are going to do anything in the playoffs, anyways. And speaking from experience, having a blood clot pass through your leg, it's not fun. Mine ended up going into my lung. That was fun. But he's got a hell of a lot better medical personnel than I did at Advent Hospital in West Chapel. So I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm just a little bit. I'm just starting to think now, like, what is it with blood clots in the NBA? Like what are we doing? I don't know what's causing it, but if you have a blood clot, there is an underlying issue that's causing it, and you need to figure that out.
Yeah.
You might be thinking that it's not as serious as Wembanyama,
Yeah.
but there's still a reason it's causing it. Like, it doesn't just, oh shit, I got a blood clot. Like, it's not catching a sinus infection. Like, there's underlying reasons that get you there. Poor circulation, stuff like that. But the Bucks can't afford to be missing him, man. They're not that good with him. They're not going to be even less good, without him. So.
Yeah, I agree. This is bad news for them. They need to have him back for the playoffs because
right,
Giannis is gonna get hurt like he normally does in the playoffs, and what the hell are they gonna do without both of their star players? So they might be a first round exit if they keep messing around.
Hey, true or false? They wish they still had Drew Holiday over Lillard.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh shit! I'm glad they don't.
do.
Glad they don't.
All right, let's bring this thing to a close for the first half. Folks, if you want to follow June on TikTok and you like the Dallas Cowboys, if you're that deranged, please do. His link is down in the description below. It always is. Follow him on TikTok. He gives you the best cowboy takes out there. So, June, it has been real. Loved having you back for another first half. With that being said, folks, we're going to take a break for about 10 minutes, and we will see you on the other side. Patriots signed Stephon Diggs. We got him. We got him. It's about time. Stephon Diggs, come on in, my guy. Patriots about to have Mike Vrabel at the helm. Drake May, Drizzy Drake May, Drake Aubrey May, and now Stephon Diggs, Stephon Marshawn Diggs. Dump the tea out. It's about to be a party in New England. What do we think about Russell Wilson signing with the Giants? I think it was a smart move. If the Giants plan on signing a rookie quarterback in Shedeur Sanders, having a nice veteran presence there leading the way for him is usually the best way to go. Sure, Russ can teach Shedeur Sanders a lot, and it's good to see that the Giants aren't just going to draft Shedeur Sanders and just throw him to the Wolves, especially in the New York market specifically. But what do you guys think? Let us know. Comments below.
So some people decided to get some hate on my take. CeeDee Lamb, not top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. Your boy, currently 32nd in the league in receptions, number 10 in yards, 35th in touchdown. That doesn't sound elite. There's 32 teams in the NFL, and this man is below 32 in 2 out of 3 major categories. So go ahead, Cowboys fans. Blame Dak, blame McCarthy, but your boy CeeDee Lamb is not even a top 30 wide receiver in 2 out of 3 categories in the NFL.
Take a shot, take a shot. Too much up, too much up. Oh! Rise up, rise up, rise up. Oh! Come on, let's go. Somebody got it right. Who wants it? Who wants it? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Oh, you got it. Uh-oh, here we go. Right line. Oh, not tonight, sir.
The Sixers are shutting Paul George down for the rest of the season. Why is this not surprising at all? Oh, why did they sign him? They decided to pay him $212 million back in July. The man has done nothing productive as a Sixer. Even at the time of signing, I didn't hear anybody saying that was a good move. They gave him $212 million. $212 million. He hasn't even given them $212 worth of production. And I can't blame him for taking the money. I mean, hey, if someone offered me that much money, I would be signing on the dotted line, bad knees, bad back, whatever I got. Sure, I don't care. I'd be stupid not to. But why the Sixers went after him to give him that max deal, knowing his age, knowing his injury history, knowing his priority P, podcast P. Listen, I don't know how Philly Sixer fans, how y'all doing, man. Couldn't be me.
Fuck. Well, I just walked 2 miles in this damn stadium.
Can I get a Miller Lite, man?
Okay. I like your shirt.
It's like $18. Fuck. We're Road G. Seats 21, 22. And LSU. I apologize. Old drinks. You're good. You're good. I want to know what happened to Baltimore's defense. Bucks ain't this good.
Incomplete. 3rd and goal. Technically, it's 101st.
Holding. Bring that shit back. You're a wizard. $1 more would have gotten you a highlight. They conned us. They conned us into this.
That's some bullshit.
Excuse me, sir. There's a lot of elderly Ravens fans right here.
Yes, the Baltimore Colts marching band back when they used to have a marching band.
A lot of popcorn. Well, there goes our points. There goes our points.
Why are you so mad, man?
He's
so angry. Let's go into the exit!
Henry on the carry. Held down by Levante David. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
Y'all lucked out with Brady. You lucked out with Brady. 3.
Last shit don't matter. Better hit before that. You 5-2.
So you bet me 4-3?
Yeah, we 4-3, and we gonna win our division. Y'all will not.
No, you're not even number one.
Atlanta's way better than y'all. You crazy.
Oh shit! Atlanta's way better.
Angel Reese won Defensive Player of the Year. She also led the league in rebounding off her own missed shots.
Yeah, defense, Eric.
That's how I played.
Love that for her. Love that for her.
Because that league has never been in the black. It's always been in the red, but they want more money. Is there another company in the United States where the average employee makes $76,000 a year, yet the company is losing money every single year?
They're in their loan era.
They've been in their loan era for 28 years. You call it the Am Scott era if you want to.
It's giving a loan era.
We're all in our second girl era. That's for sure. Yeah, all right, let's do
There we are. There you go.
It makes you cringe a little bit. You're like, oh, God.
Period. Ride or die in 5. This is where we give you the 5 best betting picks in the NBA this weekend. Folks, we've been on the heater. Besides June. June lost your money. He went 2-3. He's having a bad
Lucas
year.
gone.
It's been a rough
He's feeling
2025 for June.
He works for.
Oh man, yeah, I forgot about that.
And that's teases.
That'd be nice.
Members on the board of Tesla are indeed dumping their stock.
They both win games they shouldn't, and they both lose games they should win. I'm going to go ahead and take Nestor. Lots of toilets. Trump might say the best toilets.
The best.
We have the most and the best toilets.
Oh, this guy.
Ever. I've been
So many
told that.
toilets.
People have told
Somebody
me.
had to do it.
Memphis, you guys suck. You guys are crap. You guys don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
A childhood trauma is making me feel like G Money is talking to you and I when he says it.
I'm banned in Colombia. I just want to say that. Off the record.
Well, I just...
Plead the fifth.
Never mind.
Somebody give this
All
man
right.
his chain back. Let's go.
Yeah.
Whoever has Nestor's chain, can you please return it?
Oh, we're only on the third game?
We've been taking our time.
It's hard, though, because normally Nestor's bad would picks, and normally G Money's good would picks, so when we both hate the same people,
Sir, I've been
you get scared. Nestor, you had 2 good weeks. Calm down.
Hey, 9 wins.
Calm down.
Take that.
Calm down.
Period. Denver has been very inconsistent. I can't lie. Because Jamal Murray can't decide when he wants to show up.
He's Canadian.
Maple syrup, yeah.
It's that whole tariff thing. There's a tariff on points, by the way.
Cake eating motherfucker.
And then I like
Sorry,
pancakes.
Me too.
Me too.
Pancakes and bacon.
But I like
Goddamn.
Vermont maple syrup better than
Honestly,
Canadian
a
maple
wholesome
syrup.
breakfast. Period.
Ooh.
We're so cooked.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to your favorite show on the internet. Live from, here in Tampa. Not in Vegas. Not yet. Give us some time. Nestor's going to be reporting live from a pool party in Vegas in a couple months, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. You're not going to touch a girl and end up with chlamydia.
And married.
He's not married.
To the girl with
We've got the one and only G Money still with us. We've got Malin still holding it down. We got your boys are still here, folks, and we are going to bring in our second half the way we always do.
Sorry, I just had to pour it.
Oh,
Here we go.
I don't even have anything.
What?
I got dental surgery tomorrow, so I decided to
Oh, that's like a legit.
Makes sense.
being an adult has its drawbacks, and one of them is like I probably shouldn't drink any alcohol tonight.
Well, most of the time that Nestor doesn't drink any alcohol, he's just being a bitch. At least you have a reason.
That's what I say.
I just have to make up for it next week.
Nestor, I love you. I'm sorry. That was mean. That was mean. That wasn't nice. It's just...
I drink Sky, man. In my Stanley.
Sky, if you want to sponsor us, we're easy to find.
You say you drink it out of Stanley? That's the goddamn alcoholic, man. Nah, man, this is water, bitch.
Drinking out of the bottle.
All right, let's hit
Why
community
dirty a cup?
comments. And we're going to start with the Stephon Diggs signing.
Just want to say, before you start jailing,
yeah,
we beat Golden State in Miami.
You did. You did.
Got us back. But whatever.
The Warriors came to town, and you sent them home packing.
Sent them home.
Good job.
Andrew Wiggins legacy game.
Andrew Wiggins.
Steph Curry bench game.
Gotta take the wins when I can.
Steph Curry bench game.
Right in the cookbook with Aisha.
He had to help Aisha on volume 2. All right. let's get to these comments. Stephon Diggs comes to the Patriots on TikTok. Shout out to Frank, our only positive comment here. Friend of the show, of course. Congrats. People are doubting Diggs, but he always shows up. Thank you, Frank. Thank you for saying that. It's nice of you. Gavin says all that just to lose to Buffalo twice a year for the next 10 years.
Okay. Calm down.
That's very mean of you to say.
I mean,
JMS.
Someone pees in snows and eats it. That's that guy.
someone's still bitter about
JMSRR.
losing to the Chiefs in the playoffs
Yeah, you
every year.
You can say the same thing about that. He says, you got an old, washed up scrub coming off an ACL tear. Drake May is ass. Only party is going to be fighting for a top 5 pick for the next 10 years. What is with you guys in the next 10 years?
10
Yeah,
years.
that's
Damn.
another Buffalo fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, beat the Chiefs in the playoffs or shut up.
And then he got into an argument with several other people in the comments.
Because he's an idiot.
Mhm.
And then Brewster just said buns. And that's all.
Okay. I'm old enough yet young enough to know that means ass. That is there. That's a nice way of saying that he's ass. I figured that out like 2 months ago. Somebody that worked for me said that, and I was like, "What the hell does that mean?" And they told me, and I was like, "Goddamn, I'm old." And y'all are getting progressively dumber. The older I get, the generations below me getting progressively dumber.
Let's go to the Russell Wilson signing. I have to review a comment.
Where's June's comment?
I would say TikTok, you guys filter out the most random, like the safest comments, but you let the most flagrant shit come through. So interesting.
That's why we love TikTok, man. That's why we love it.
Let's start with Ferris Cat Morgan Brown, friend of the show. He says, I basically asked, "What do you think about Russell Wilson signing the Giants?" He says the Commanders will still beat them. It doesn't matter who's on that team. JD5 will clean their clocks.
Okay. Can we just pump the brakes on the Commanders a little bit? Can we have a little bit of just history where... Okay. Morgan.
Hey, shout out Morgan.
I forget your brother's name. He just fucking shit puked in the sink in the studio. Y'all need to calm down. Calm down.
Never forget.
Goddamn Commanders fans. Probably still calls them the Redskins too. Jesus Christ. I love you, Morgan. Stop playing Destiny. Stop playing Destiny, Morgan.
Let's go, commies. Hey, that's Morgan and Sarah's commies right there. So shout out. I know 2 Commander fans.
Too many.
Officially, is there too many?
Way too many Commanders fans. We know at this point.
Shout out to them though, friends of the show. Eric Stowe the D says, bunch of laughing emojis. Broncos and Steelers both thought it was a smart move too. I'll check back with you end of next season.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Valid.
Yeah.
Big Dog says, terrible move. He's washed. Winston would have kept neighbors happy. Dayball and Schoen will be fired, and Giants will be back in revolving circle of coaches and GM.
Winston would have kept opposing defenses happy. Winston's great for pregame speeches. Don't let Russell Wilson give a pregame speech. That'll be the corniest shit you've ever heard in your life. Let Winston talk to the team before the game and let Russell Wilson go out there and play the game.
Amen.
That's a match made in heaven, those two. That's
what Dayball needs to implement.
Let Winston talk and Wilson play, and you might have something.
There's this video on YouTube when Jameis was still a Buck. I think it was his last year when he threw the 30 interceptions.
Oh,
And
30 for 30?
right. And
No, wait for
someone
you, ESPN. Come on, man.
someone edited a video that said all of his interceptions except after each one the video speeds up by 10%. So by like interception 10, the video just goes to light speed and it's just the funniest shit.
I just, the craziest thing about Jameis Winston though is that I love like his teammates love him.
Yeah.
Like he's never no one talks bad about him. The only thing that's bad is that he'll have like 3 good games, and then he'll have that game where it's like 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, you lose by 3, and then he gets up to the podium and he's like, "Well, can't do that. Can't do interceptions. Got to learn from that." Like, bitch, you should have been learning. Like, you're like an 8-year senior at this point. Like, stop throwing the goddamn ball to the other team. I love him. Oh, he's so good for football, though. Oh, he's so good for football.
He's so good for football.
He is, man. He's
that game
great.
they won in the snow.
Oh, that was a great game. That was too good.
He's so good for like 3 weeks, man. In like the Sports Center and the interviews. I mean, come on, man. The eating the W's, the crab legs, like the whole goddamn thing. Like it's fucking great. Like he was Russell Wilson before Russell Wilson. Did you know that? Like y'all remember when everyone giving Russell Wilson shit for being inactive as the emergency QB, yet he was dressed up and everyone giving shit for that, even though he should have been. Jameis Winston was suspended for a game in college and still dressed up and was thrown on the sideline, and his coach had to go tell him to get out of his fucking gear. So Jameis was doing Wilson shit in college. So they're a match made in heaven. Those two together must say TV. It's gonna be beautiful.
Let me get to the next comment here. Sorry, I was distracted. More Exploring says, great move. Russ is more capable than any QB they've had in a decade. They've signed Wilson, Jameis, and DeVito collectively for less money than they paid Jones last year. Giants are a sleeper team. All right, More Exploring. You live in New York. I know that.
I'm just going to say right now, Russell Wilson right now is better than Eli Manning was in his prime.
Why are we
acting right now?
like,
I'll say it.
Why are we acting like Russell Wilson isn't great for the Giants?
I will say it. I just don't see it being a bad signing. Even at his age right now, he's better than Eli Manning was in his prime. Eli Manning lucked out with great defense in some really wild playoff scenarios, and the Patriots decided to shit the bed 2 times. I don't know what the fuck y'all were doing. That was wild. Y'all lost to Eli twice. That's shit. But yeah, I think Russell Wilson is a better quarterback right now than anybody else they've had since for fucking ever. That was crazy. Like everyone's shitting on this, but think of a quarterback that's better than Russell Wilson that the Giants have had.
They're like, Giants are like, you know what? Wait, after what he did with the Steelers, this guy can come in, patch this up. This issue we have, some monster of an issue. Patch this up. We'll be decent. We'll be good.
We'll be all right.
I'm gonna leak neighbors.
All right. Lisa, shout out to Lisa, the only woman to comment in the last fucking 12 weeks. At this point, I'll take anything, but I'm happy it's him. Lisa, well said.
Nice take.
Okay, he's married to Sierra. Calm down, Lisa.
Okay. That boy says, what do I think? If I had to share my thoughts, I'd say that he's a quarterback for the New York Giants. All right, that boy, blocking you.
We didn't single you out and ask you, like, you came, looked at the video, and decided to say some dumb shit. We didn't reach out to you for an interview.
Fine, I'll take time out of my day.
If I have to share my thoughts, you don't. You don't. You didn't have to press in.
You didn't at all. Kenneth, last one. Kenneth Kelly says, yeah, he is washed and the team will suck. All right.
Okay. I do have to ask you guys before we get to the ride or die in 5. I think we need to ask this question. Do we think Russell Wilson is truly washed? Do we think he's washed as a QB?
I think washed is too strong. I mean, he's not the same as what he was, but I think washed is like you're a bad quarterback. I don't think that's.
But is he on? Okay, so maybe not washed, but is he on the same career trajectory as Jameis Winston at this point?
No.
I mean, better than him.
Yeah.
He can still.
Well, but Jameis Wilson's bouncing around from team to team, and so is Russell Wilson now. Like they're both going from team to team.
But Jameis is bouncing as a backup while Russ is still starting.
My take is like how much better is he than all those second QBs that are actually young, and we expected things from him.
I don't think he's washed. I really don't. I think
so.
The one thing that I think that Russell Wilson should have done, the best thing that he should have done is gone to Oakland. Because he's never going to be better than what he was with Pete Carroll. There was something about the Pete Carroll Russell Wilson magic that was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Other coaches don't let him do the stuff that Pete did. Pete's a happy-go-lucky guy. I don't know. I don't think he's washed though. I think he's still a good quarterback. I don't know. Why are we laughing?
I mean, he wasn't going to the Raiders. That just wasn't going to happen. And is he washed? He's not the quarterback he was. He is on. I want to say he's down on the downswing. I mean, if he went to a better team that had a better O line, he could take them to the playoffs and win a playoff game. But he's not. He's on the Giants. They don't have a great O line.
I just think it's weird that he's making so much less money than Sam Darnold, Geno Smith. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I think he's a better quarterback than those guys. But whatever. I don't know. What are you guys laughing about? What are we laughing
I
about?
pulled up that video of the Jameis Winston interceptions.
Oh, shit.
The last 5
It went
seconds
light
are just
speed.
the funniest thing.
That's going to be on a Star Trek episode. They went so goddamn fast. He's going to be a captain. He's going to be a captain of the Enterprise at some point.
Gotti, give me warp speed now.
As long as I can get some fucking crab legs, man, let's go into space.
Oh, sorry, I forgot one comment. Ron Waters says, "Who cares?" He was actually the first comment. Sorry, Ron. Didn't mean to leave you out.
We didn't mean to offend you, man. Shit, you could have just scrolled.
Yeah,
just do this. That's all you gotta do. You didn't have to go this and then do this. Just keep on going.
So
obviously, we care. Otherwise, we wouldn't have asked the question.
Well said. Shout out to
Well,
Morgan.
we want clicks.
Eric. Shout out to Lisa. Shout out to Kenneth. And of course, shout out to Ron. All right.
We love you.
Let's round this thing out with our favorite segment, the Ride or Die in 5, where we give you the best 5 picks in the NBA this weekend.
Not when Nestor's better than all of us. It's not 5 best.
It was a sour week. We were riding high.
Yeah, it was.
Until we weren't.
That might be a first where Nestor was better than all of us.
I blame Malin because he called Nestor out last week, and now here we are.
Don't give me the flowers, shit.
That's
I
fault.
suck.
I take full responsibility. Nestor, go to a goddamn pool party, man.
We all went 2-3 outside of Nestor. He went 3-2.
That's crazy.
It's just weird stuff going
on. That really has to be the first week that he's the only one that was over 500. Like that.
Of all time?
No, I don't think that's happened before, Nestor.
It's happened.
No, I don't. Don't try to
There's
look
a
smart.
4-1
That's
week.
not. I don't think so. I think that's the first time
Malin,
that the
don't do it
rest
again.
of us have been
You're
below
right, Malin,
500.
you're right.
Don't
Above
do it
500.
again.
Sorry. Man.
Now let's start with tomorrow night.
History can repeat itself. We've had 2 world wars, so Nestor's just a Nazi. Don't worry about it.
Confirmed. All right, let's go to tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. We've got the Mavs going to Orlando. Beat up Mavs team against a solid at home Orlando team. G Money, what do you think here?
I like Orlando. I question why AD is playing for Dallas right now. You know, just came off an injury. It you're the 11th seed right now in the West, and I just don't see you going if you get into the playoffs, going anywhere. Why? Why do it? Why risk getting injured
Fucking
right at the
almost
end of the
30
season?
wins.
And Orlando's been playing well. So I mean, the six Orlando 6-4, Dallas. I don't know what are they 3-3 and something maybe. I'd have to actually take a look, but I'm just not impressed with Dallas. Yeah, they are. They're 3-7. Give me Orlando. They're playing at Orlando. Give me Orlando.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. Dallas is really beat up. No idea what's going on with their roster right now. If you just look at their starting five, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. So Orlando's at home. I mean, they do slightly win the majority of their home games. So I'm gonna take the Magic here. So go ahead, Malin.
Yeah, I mean, Orlando's playing average basketball, but Dallas is playing below average basketball. True or false? Right now, Bronny James was on the Dallas lineup. Right now, he might be the leading scorer. Uh,
Let's go.
I don't, and that. Ooh, that's bad. I mean, he scored 17 points in the NBA. Goes back to the D League and scored like 39. Like, what the fuck? What's going on with that? What's going on with that, Bronny? But no, yeah, Orlando. I don't know. Gotta go Orlando.
Dallas, Orlando.
Go ahead and take Dallas, Nestor. Do it. Do it, Dallas. Do it, Nestor. Do it.
I love it.
No.
He's not good.
All right,
He's
next
not
game.
Wait, who do you take?
He took the Magic.
Okay. I was too busy talking shit. I didn't hear what he said. My bad. I'll behave myself.
Friday night we've got the Knicks at the Bucks. I'm going to take the Knicks here because although both teams are missing their start point guards here, the Knicks have at least been able to kind of maintain without Brunson in the lineup. They're kind of floating around a 500 basketball team here in the last 10 games, while the Bucks they've not been faring too well in the past few games. So even though this is in Milwaukee, the Knicks have shown that they can at least be a solid basketball team without Jay Brunson in. Obviously, I'm not talking big picture here. I'm just talking regular season that they can maintain. So give me the Knicks on the road. Malin.
Hey, listen, man, you gotta take the Knicks on this. Why? Because Thibodeau he don't give a shit about the playoffs. If there's 48 minutes in a game, he's gonna play starters 55 minutes. Do the math. It doesn't make sense, but he's gonna fucking figure it out. So the only way a backup is getting in this game is if somebody gets hurt. So I'm taking the Knicks. Yeah. Anyway.
Nestor.
Don't judge me.
Nestor's picking something else right now.
I'll take the Knicks.
Hey, get off of OnlyFans, man. Come on, man.
You say OnlyFans?
You're warm.
You're warm.
All right, Tender. Let's go.
Put Grinder down.
Put the pants back on, Nestor. God damn it. Who's you picking?
We just swiped left, so I'm thinking.
Simon is right there. I'm done.
Nestor's like, let me have sex with someone and see if they go left or right of the ovary. That's what I'm going to pick.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So are you swiping right on the Knicks or left on the Knicks? Who you got?
Swiping right on the. This feels weird saying that. Give me the Knicks.
All right, G Money.
All of us went Knicks
So far,
so far. Really?
You know, I just look at it, and initially when these came out, I was like Knicks. I'm solid Knicks. And then the Knicks lost to the Clippers at home,
Mm-hmm.
and Milwaukee lost to Denver, but they only lost by 5. And they weren't playing. I mean, Giannis didn't play. Obviously, Lillard didn't play. And only lose by 5 tells you that Denver's fucking hot shit.
Well,
Give me the Knicks. I'm gonna go with the Knicks though.
Hold the Nestor. What the
he
fuck?
did. He did put the old
What?
bait and switch.
I was like, the only reason why G Money said what he said is because he hates the Knicks and he hates Tom Thibodeau and he needed to bash them before he picked them. He needed a moment to come to terms with what he was picking.
So I need to
What
say
had
at
to
least
happen.
5 bad things about them before I can pick them.
I don't even think he said anything good about the Knicks either. He still picked
I
He
didn't.
just
I didn't say a damn good thing about him.
All right.
Oh, I love
Saturday night.
scouting over here.
Saturday night.
2025
Put the
draft
phone
pick.
down, Nestor. Lock
Yeah.
in for 5 minutes,
It's a
man.
draft over here.
If that picture would have been clear, that would have been included here. That it's Saturday night at so and so's house. We've got the Lakers at the Grizzlies.
If all these girls could watch this show and see Nestor,
We'd make millions.
No.
We'd make
Yeah.
millions. You would make millions. Oh my god.
Saturday night.
you want to see his lady from Colombia catch a boat from Cuba so fast? Let her watch this goddamn episode. You're gonna be knocking on your fucking doorstep, Nestor. You're in some shit. This is live.
All right.
All right. Nestor.
Lakers or Grizzlies? Go ahead, Malin.
Is it at the Grizzlies?
It is at the Grizzlies.
Oh, man.
Okay, well, you know what? I think the Lakers are feeling themselves right now. I think LeBron James with 13 points with the tap-in game winner.
Mm-hmm.
For the 8th game-winning buzzer beater he's had. He's only trailing Michael Jordan. So there you go, Michael Jordan fans. Oh, shit. Go ahead and get a bundle like Nestor's getting right now. No, I'm going to go ahead and take the Lakers. I just think the Grizzlies... Fuck the Grizzlies. I don't like them. I don't even like Memphis. You don't even got that great goddamn barbecue. So I'm taking the Lakers.
Nestor, who are you taking here? In this game, who are you taking?
Yeah, the game, Nestor. Game. Not the sheets, the game. Talking about the game. We ain't talking about the sheets.
Oh, I'm gonna
Little
take...
Allen Iverson. Don't worry about it. All right, Nestor, come on.
You know what? I'll take the Lakers on this one.
Smart man.
I've never seen, like, I love what Luka does. I gotta reiterate that. Talking shit to the refs. Like, you're not doing your damn job right, and I'm still winning.
JL talk shit even when he's up. You don't care.
He's like, I just won, but just so you know, you suck ass at your job. Love that.
G Money.
Hey, real quick before G Money goes, how mad do you think the Pacers have to be, Jalen, that LeBron James has 8 buzzer beaters in his career and 3 of them are against Pacers? I'm sorry. All right, G Money, let's go. Nestor's trying to clear this up.
Yeah. Give me the Lakers. Is she 24, has 5 kids, and really wants to get to know you?
That's
Is
your
she
question.
independent woman, strong-willed?
Wait, if she's 24 with five kids,
she's been putting some work in.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Miami trips.
Those are bad stats. Those are.
Her shooting percentage is awful. Not gonna lie.
I don't know, man. It might be high if you get
great for
5
the other
kids.
Yeah. The guy's shooting percentage is off the charts.
Michael Phelps, eat your fucking heart out.
Starting
All right,
to
let's
go
go.
places.
Who you got, Jalen?
I'm also taking LA here. This win tonight is what they needed because they were on the verge of a slide.
Yeah.
Really?
If they would have lost this game, they would have lost Chicago, Orlando, it would have been bad. So this is what they needed. LeBron, nice, him being the buzzer beater. Luka has another big game. They should be back on track here. Go to Memphis, whoop their ass real quick, and then move on with their day. So,
Hey, do you think out of the 9 buzzer beaters that Michael Jordan had in his career, do you think any of them came off of a 13-point game?
probably not.
No. Okay. I was just wondering. It was just thought. All right. Let's go.
Let's get to the next game here. Sunday afternoon, we've got the Clippers going to Cleveland. Excuse me. Nestor, we're going to start with you. Who do you have here?
No, I'm taking Cleveland. I just think they're too good at the moment, and I don't trust the Clippers. So give me Cleveland.
G Money.
Yeah. The Clippers may not be any good, but they're 8-2 in the last 10 games, and I think they won tonight. And didn't actually take a look, but I think they did. That's right, they beat the Knicks. Huh.
Oh
And they
shit!
beat them handily.
That's good for us.
Give me the Clippers.
Oh, shit. Okay, our first difference. Okay.
Who would have thought it would have been the Clippers?
I know. That makes me a little nervous because G Money has to make a point. The Clippers are a bit hot right now. However,
But Cleveland's been hot the whole year.
right, Cleveland's been hot the whole year, and this game was in Cleveland. If it was in LA, I would probably change my pick and agree with G Money. But if it's in Cleveland and it's an East Coast game, we know ESPN, West Coast teams, they got to come to an East Coast game in the afternoon, play like shit. Thank you for reminding us again. So I am going to take the Cleveland Cavs at home here. So, Maitland.
Yeah, I mean, true or false right now. What's more entertaining, us picking these games, or if we just put Nestor's Tinder account live on the show
I
right
think
now?
that's what we should be doing.
This should be better. No, I'm going to take Cleveland only because they just keep racking up wins. They just keep winning games, and I get that the Clippers are hot. Nestor, put the goddamn phone down, man. Jesus Christ!
I'm writing down my picks.
He's doing business.
Yeah,
right
sure
now.
you are. I mean, at this point, no one believes you have pants on, and Jalen's just okay with it.
I assure you, he has pants on.
I know the Clippers have been hot for the last 10 games, but Cleveland has just done a really good job of playing very consistent basketball. Great record at home. You got to take Cleveland on this one. Oh, man, stop touching your dick and touching your face, mister. What are we doing? That's disgusting.
All right, let's get to the last game here. We've got Sunday night, the Pistons at the T-Wolves, which I believe they have. These two teams have the same record.
It's a fun one,
or within this game of each other. So, pretty tight matchup as it should be. G Money, we will start with you.
I like Detroit. I do. They're playing a lot better than really I would have thought they would beginning of the season. They got I looked at their team. They only have 4 players on the team that have 8 or more years of playing in the NBA. The rest of them are like 4 years or less. I'm like, damn. I didn't know they were that young. But and I'm not sure what you're getting out of Minnesota. Sometimes they're good, and other times they just don't show up. And it's Ant-Man and 4 players that forgot how to play basketball. You know, Ant-Man and 4 Jeffs. So give me Detroit.
What?
Wait, it's crazy that you say that because Minnesota still has Rudy Gobert. They still have Mike Conley. Like, it's a shame that they're so Ant-Man
inconsistent.
Yeah, and that's why I'm picking them. If they're at home here, and this is kind of like a pick 'em to me, I'm going to actually fuck it. Never mind. I'm gonna change my pick. G Money, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm sorry. I don't trust the T Wolves, even if they're at home. Detroit is very young, like you said. They get up and down the court quickly, and I just don't trust the T Wolves. I would love to look back and see our Jesus Christ. Love to go back and see our picks on the T Wolves specifically this year because yeah, I feel like they let us down more than they should. So Indiana beat them the other night, last week when we picked them. So yeah, give me the Pistons. Malin.
Yeah, I mean, you got Detroit, Minnesota. That's a tighter matchup than any girl that Nesta's going to match up with on Tinder. I'm going to go ahead and go. I try to keep a straight face. I try. I'm going Detroit. I'm sorry. Going Detroit. That's all I got. Sorry, Nesta.
Nestor, what are you picking here?
I feel like this.
Besides your nose, what the fuck's going on?
This was an easy game to pick. To fall into the trap of picking Memphis.
Memphis.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Same thing. Tomato. Indianapolis. Kansas City. Nobody cares about these cities.
Not wrong.
But Detroit is a team that's really good away, and I just feel like Minnesota isn't really that impressive, given the roster they have. So give me Detroit.
All right.
I'm just surprised that Detroit and Minnesota can have fucking NBA basketball teams. Like, that's fucking wild.
It is.
Crap ass places. Dirty people. Just whatever.
Put terrorists on Minnesota.
Bring the Sonics back.
Let's get serious
here.
Oh.
All we need is the Sonics and a bunch of homeless kids around Climate Pledge Arena.
No. The NBA is not thinking about that now. Now they're thinking about doing an NBA league in Europe instead.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right.
So they'd rather have a team in London than have a team in Seattle.
Nestor, go slap your dick on Silver's head and tell him to wisen up.
Last question. This is not part of the Ride or Die 5. Is 24 too young? Just pointing out that 24 too young. Yeah, or nay?
What?
This is no. This isn't the right. No, come on.
What did you say? Is 24 too young?
Ask the question. Watch. Ask it.
That's exactly what I said.
Ask the question.
Well, considering.
Well, yeah.
So
answer that question.
Than 24. Yeah, I don't think it is.
Dating a high schooler, so probably okay.
Asshole.
She just got out of college. She's Been working a year in corporate America.
I'm gonna cut
All
your
right?
fucking dreads next time I see you throwing that out there.
And she thinks Elon Musk
No,
is a
yeah,
terrible person.
24?
So what are we
24 is a
talking
little old. 22, 23, that's okay. 20 is a little young.
We're playing with fire
Maybe.
here. I feel
I
like
hate
we're really
you,
playing
Jalen.
with fire. We said some
I hate
fucked
you so
shit.
much, Jalen.
No, we're really playing with fire.
I hate you.
Don't
I'm gonna kick you in the dick.
I'm just reading what I've seen.
Your girlfriend's about, why are you underperforming? He's like, well, mainly kicked me in the dick, so I'm swollen, so I thought I'd perform better, but whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking asshole.
Okay, this is coming a different show. All right, folks, that's gonna do it to summarize the Ride or Die 5 picks. We all agreed on all of them outside of the Clipper and Cavs game, where G-Money took the Clippers, the rest of us took the Cavs. So that's that.
There we go.
All right, anything else you guys want to mention before we close out? A nurse.
Just close out the fucking show. Just end it.
Close out this nurse.
24 is not too old. 24 is not too old.
It's not too old.
Yeah. Not too old. I stand with Malin on that.
Not too young. Jesus Christ, Gary.
Not too old either.
You're younger than my mom,
That's
Gary.
true.
Calm down.
Technically.
Everybody settle down.
Based on the median.
Not too old either. Not too old. Just right. Just right. Not too young. Not too old.
End the fucking show.
23, too young. Too young.
Have a good one.
We'll see you all next week. Hopefully.